Hi, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Power of Knowing Forum's Knowledge Nexus Talks, a LinkedIn live session, episode 193 today. We are in the discussion of the topic of ripple effects of cyber attack 2024, protecting industry and society. To have this topic discussed, we have the honor of having Dr. Shekhar Pawar, founder and CEO of SecureClaw and Glass Dew IT Solutions. Without further ado, let's welcome our podcast speaker to our podcast event. Hi, Shekhar. Hi,
Thank
sir.
you, sir. Thank you, Vijay.
Hi, Vijay. Hi,
Uh,
welcome, sir. Yes, sir. Over to you, sir.
yes. So I would like to start this session with showing something which our company worked recently. So, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have studied around more than 5,000 cyber attack news of last year, 2024, and we have published an annual report. So I would like to start with this. Uh, so this uh, before starting with this article, I would like to say, like in 2024, we have seen advancement in AI and ML technology, and again we have seen the progress in quantum computing, and many different data privacy acts were enhanced. California Privacy Act is in role since 2023, and again DPDP Act recently got new rules as a draft online in India. So there are many things which are happening actively in this cybersecurity world, and it is improving cybersecurity structure of many countries. But apart from that, parallel to that, there are many sophisticated cyber attacks or cyber threats are also increasing, and we have seen there is a lot of new methodologies, new technologies are being used by the hackers or cyber criminals for performing cyber attacks. So this report is going to give some insights of the industry targeted cyber attacks, which will be helpful for many of the companies. And as you can see, I'm going through few graphs which we have plotted. But before that, according to our analysis of cyber news worldwide, healthcare was the most targeted uh, sector, and followed by the government sectors and IT services, education, manufacturing, and finance kind of companies. Again, we have seen many cyber attacks started on different software development and service provided companies in 2024. Then we have seen this year started with some kind of cyber attacks on Mercedes-Benz. Source code of the Mercedes-Benz was leaked, and it was having sensitive keys and many programs in it, which was leaked by hacker. And again, Subway's data was leaked by hacker in January. And by the year end, we have seen in United States, especially, there were major three bigger uh, telecom companies which undergone cyber attacks. And again, we have seen like Harley Davidson, which is an iconic American motorcycle manufacturing company, was again victim of cyber attack by the end of this year. Again, one of the Japanese airlines was targeted in December last week by hackers, and there was a denial of service attack on their systems, which caused delays in the various flights. The schedules were impacted. Any means we will be sharing this link in the chat so as people can go through this report. And we have tried to summarize this report. We can't actually plot everything which was present in 5,000 cyber news, but we tried to summarize it, making it more helpful for industry specific. So as people will navigate through these graphs, it is having first column as a region, which part of the world, Japan, India, or United States, is specified in the column one of this graph. Sector, or which segment of the industry, manufacturing or IT or cryptocurrency, exchange or whatever the industry. So that is the second column of this graph. And third column is about application, which particular application or the IT system was targeted by hackers, and what was that type of the attack. Is it a malware? Is it a rat? Is it a ransomware? So that is specified in fourth column. So these graphs are very interesting, and I would request audience to just zoom this graph and read it, and so as they will find it more interesting to read and navigate. So we have plotted various industry specific graphs in this article, and again we have actually tried to make three different graphs. One is for United States industry, and one is for Indian industry, and one is worldwide, which I have shown you. And apart from that, there were few new malware also introduced in last year, 2024, and few ransomware trends were also observed, which were not earlier present in the market. So it is going to be very helpful article for many of, or report for many of the industry owners to understand how these malware attacks and ransomware attacks are also changing their methodology, their approach, their technical enhancement. So it is very helpful. So we have again plotted the worldwide malware attack graph, and then United States malware attack graph, and India's malware attack graph. So as it will be helpful for many. Then, as you can see, generally ransomware attack is having a chain of attack. So it has generally 6 or 7 to 8 kind of stages. But to be more like specific, what I have observed in September 2024, there was one new ransomware gang which was observed in the market, which is known as 40 Beach. And this 40 Beach gang haven't installed any malware in particular company. Instead of that, they use the different technique, like they hack the credentials of the people working in that company, and they accessed the database, they took the backup of the database, and they were asking for ransom. So generally ransomware attack was performed as a malware is getting installed, or phishing link, employee need to click on phishing link, and then there will be a command and control server which will be taking backup and all the stuff. But this is kind of new approach which we have observed in the last quarter of the year. So it is a lot of innovation in cyber attacks also. Then this graph is showing worldwide ransomware attacks, and it is showing US's ransomware attack specific graph. Again, this is India's ransomware attack graph. So we have tried to share lot of things in one annual report kind of article. We haven't converted into PDF because then the visibility of the graph is not that better. So it is better to watch it as a uh, zooming the web pages. And again, we have given few recommendation. So generally, what is my observation, because I'm also doing research on cybersecurity domain, in cybersecurity domain, and I have published various research papers also this year. So there is a defense in depth mechanism which is must. I have seen few cyber attacks where the company was having a firewall from a very reputed organization or supplier, and again they were having antivirus, but still they have undergone ransomware attack. And it is very shocking for me, because generally with the firewall and with the antivirus, it is very rare chances like the ransomware attack will be implemented by the hacker on that particular database or the systems. And it is again a new trend and new sophisticated new methodologies. Even I have seen few news where malwares are having some kind of hiding feature, like they are not detected by the antiviruses till they get updates, and those malwares are itself are having some encrypted logic, and they are invisible for the antivirus. So they are having encrypted kind of mechanism for implementing malwares, and that is also very shocking when I read about it. And because of that, even network traffic is encrypted by the hacker, and then the malware is easily entering in your machines, but it is not getting catched by the um, firewall or antivirus. So these kind of attacks are also increasing. Again, I have seen like cybersecurity awareness trainings is lagging in many of the industries. That is also one of the area which should be improved. And companies who are outsourcing to the vendor and giving them access are actually facing a lot of challenges because supply chain attacks. Like one of the big company got cyber attack because the small or medium enterprise who is working with them got undergone cyber attack. So it is also important to be aware of supply chain attacks. And again, monitor your network traffic. Your regular cybersecurity audit should be done for the like vulnerability assessment, penetration testing, VAPT kind of assignments should be executed in your organization so as to understand if there are any open vulnerabilities and those needs to be fixed by the organization. Then incident handling process for unseen event should be taken care and should be applicable in the organization. Again, the cyber drills should be performed in critical applications. So as like we have fire drills in the organization. Similar way, there are cyber drills. Suppose there is cyber incident, then what are the steps and are those really applicable or are those really fruitful steps? So that can be verified using cyber drill. So that is also one of the area which I have highlighted. And this graph, I want to highlight one more thing is like in United States or Europe, there are many incidents, cyber incidents, which are reported by the organization to the news media or the government. But in India, I have seen like people are not even reporting the incident. Even certain of the India, which is part of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, has one of the policy where they are telling companies to report cyber incident within 6 hours after they come to know that incident really happened in their organization. But these guidelines are yet not followed by many organizations. They call us and we tell them like to report, but they ignore such kind of things. So it is also one of the area for the India and many of countries who are not reporting incidents. And because of that, actually we are not having real statistics available in the from the India and many countries about real cyber attacks happening on the industry.